And Apple wasn't lying when they announced the Spring Loaded event. The event took place on April 20th, and today we're going to talk about all the new products, including the colored iMacs, the new iPad Pro, AirTags, and more. So before we get started, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So starting off, let's talk about the new iMacs. The first thing that we notice is that it has a completely new design. The new iMac is a lot thinner than the previous model, and it is available in 7 different colors. I honestly didn't think this was gonna happen. I thought that Apple would stick to the silver version, but they released the new iMac in green, yellow, orange, red, purple, blue, and silver. So as I mentioned, the new iMac is really thin, so it is only 11.5 millimeters thick, so it is really thin. On the back, it has 4 USB-C ports. 2 of those are Thunderbolt ports, and a really interesting new addition to it is the power connector that attaches to the iMac magnetically, and it also has the same color as the iMac. So if you choose the orange iMac, for example, the power connector is going to be orange as well. It has a 4.5 4K display, and a new addition to it is the Full HD FaceTime camera. It took Apple a long time to add a better camera to the Mac lineup, so I'm very happy to see that this camera is Full HD. Apple also mentions the microphones. They have studio quality mics, 6-speaker sound system, so the audio really fills the room. The sound quality is a lot better. But the main thing here is that this new iMac is the first one with the M1 processor. So as you probably already know, the M1 is the most powerful chip that Apple have ever made, and it was only available on the MacBook Air and the MacBook Pro. So now it is finally available on the iMacs. Other than that, something fun about it is that the new iMac features a colored matched keyboard, mouse, and trackpad. So if you choose the green iMac, for example, you will have the green Magic Keyboard and mouse or trackpad. This is definitely something new from Apple, so I was very excited to see. And also, this new iMac really reminds me the first iMac ever released, so it has this retro look to it. And something interesting about the keyboard is that it now has Touch ID, so you can unlock your iMac using Touch ID. The thing that I'm curious to know more about, I haven't seen anything about this right now, but it would be amazing if I could purchase the new keyboard and use it with my MacBook Air. It would be really nice to unlock my MacBook Air using Touch ID, because I use a monitor here, so it would be amazing. Let's see if Apple will allow us to do this. And the new iMac is not the only product with the M1 chip. The new iPad Pro also comes with the M1 processor. So at the event, we saw Tim Cook in a scene kind of like the Mission Impossible movie, and he steals the M1 processor from the MacBook and puts inside the iPad Pro. So now, as Apple says on their website, the iPad Pro has a mind-blowing performance. Something else we should definitely talk about is that the new iPad Pro has the mini LED display technology. So it has 10,000 mini LEDs in order for Apple to get to the quality of the display that they wanted. So this new iPad Pro has a display extremely similar to the Apple Pro Display XDR. The iPad Pro also has 5G, Wi-Fi 6, and the camera also suffered an upgrade. Now the front camera is a 12 megapixel ultra-wide camera with a sensor that allows you to have a 122-degree field of view. So, for example, if you are at the kitchen cooking and doing a FaceTime with your mom, for example, and you move, the camera follows you. So this is an extremely nice addition to the new iPad. I am curious to test it and see how it works in real life, but I was really excited to see this at the event. They call this feature center stage, and as they say here on the website, as you move around, it automatically pans to keep you centered in the frame. When others join in or leave the call, the view expands or zooms in. Center stage works with FaceTime and other video conferencing apps for an even more engaging experience. I really love this, guys. Another important information is that it also has Thunderbolt, so it allows you to attach external drives, displays, and docks, so you have even more opportunities with the iPad Pro. And something else that they mentioned at the event is that you now have a white Magic Keyboard. So they didn't release a new keyboard, it's just a new version of the existing one. I really love the white keyboard. I believe it's going to get dirtier a lot easier than the black, but it gives me that Apple vibe, because remember in the past where everything Apple was white, this really reminds me of it. So I like it. Then quickly moving on to the iPhone 12, we have a new finish. Apple released a new finish today, and it's Lilac. So let me know down below in the comments if you like this new finish. I have to say that I do, but I'm not sure I would use it. I feel like I wouldn't enjoy the color for a long time, but looking at it right now, I really do. But now let's talk about the AirTags. They were rumored for a long time and they are finally here. The Apple style like tracking devices. So they are available for $29. I believe that you will be able to purchase it this week, and they will be available on April 30th if I'm not mistaken. But basically, you will be able to attach an AirTag to your keys, your backpacks, purse, whatever you lose usually, and then you'll be able to track it using the Find My app. A really interesting thing about it is that the way that you can find it is very precise. So basically, when you open the Find My app and start searching for the particular AirTag that you lost, it gives you specific information about if you need to move forward a little bit more, if you need to turn right, turn left. So it's very, very precise. Other than that, you can also play a sound on the built-in speaker, so you can also hear where it is and move closer to it. As I've mentioned, whenever you open the Find My app, you will know if you have to move closer, if you need to move forward or backwards or right or left. So this is extremely interesting. And something that wasn't really clear at the event was about the battery, but it does have a long battery life. As it says here on Apple's website, the AirTag is designed to keep going more than a year on a standard battery you can easily replace. And your iPhone lets you know when it's time to pop in a new one. So pretty much we don't have to worry about it. Also, something that they didn't mention, and it is important, is that it is water resistant. So they say it is okay to drop them in a puddle, or let's see exactly how they say. Let's say you've tagged your keys and oops, drop them in a puddle, or they're in the path of a colossal spill. Hey, that's okay. Your AirTag is water resistant, so you don't have to worry about it. You can also personalize it, so you can add your initials, your name, an emoji, and of course, Apple also released a few accessories to go with it. So you have the option to buy a key ring, a loop, or the hair maze accessories, which are extremely beautiful but also expensive. So apparently I'll just take a look at them right here on my monitor. And another product that was rumored for a long time was the Apple TV 4K. The Apple TV 4K was also released at the event, and it brings a new remote. It has the A12 Bionic chip, which brings you more performance. And the new Siri remote, I would say it's a combo between the first model and the second one. I've heard a lot of users that hated that second version of the Siri remote, so I believe many users will be happy with this new version because it definitely has all the buttons that you need. You even have the ability to use gestures with it. So I have to say that I like it. So I would like to try it out. The Apple TV 4K also has HDR support, and something really interesting about it is that you also have the option to balance color with a perfectly calibrated combo. As it says here on Apple's website, the Apple TV 4K now works with your iPhone to automatically calibrate what you watch. Just point your iPhone at your TV screen once, then sit back and see how amazing your shows and movies are supposed to look. At the event, they mentioned that all the smart TVs that are in the market, they are not exactly the same. They have different colors. So this is going to help adjust your TV settings to get the best picture quality that you can get. And other than that, if you go to Apple's website, you will see that now you have more color options for the iPhone 12 cases and the Apple Watch. So definitely all those colors on the announcement, the event announcements, had a meaning, and besides the new colored iMacs, you also get to buy new Apple cases or bands for your Apple Watch. I'm definitely thinking about purchasing a new one for my iPhone 12 Pro Max. And these are all the new releases from Apple's spring-loaded event. Please let me know down below in the comments what was your favorite one. If you want to learn more about any of these products that I talked to you guys about today, because I would love to know and also talk more about them. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.